Hi everyone, it's Burak from Trading Channels, and this is the weekend video update. It's the 19th of March. We have very interesting days ahead. There are rumors that UBS and Credit Suisse are merging, or basically UBS is swallowing Credit Suisse. This weekend will be important for that, and we'll see how this whole thing unfolds. I don't think the market is panicking just yet. Not really. I mean, I don't see a major downwards move just like the previous banking crises, but this may actually, of course, turn into something entirely different. And we have to go with what we have from the price action. And I'm going to talk about all indices, forex pairs, commodities, and cryptocurrencies in the next. Well, it's going to take about half an hour, 40 minutes. I make about 20-25 minutes video every morning for the members, and there's also a daily video. Only getting the daily video update. There's a package for that, which is 20 quid a month. So you can check it out. There are free trials for every package there. Check out tradingchannels.uk. So let's have a look at ES right now, and we can see the long-term view. So I'm going to show 3 different S&P 500 charts in the next few minutes, and then you can see what I mean by basically the price action and the lines that we have. The ES continuous chart, which is this one, it had broken that since the start of the crisis, the Silicon Valley. It was looking pretty much perfect uptrend, this red channel. It found a beautiful low right there. It rallied and it looked like it wants to keep on going. But then, of course, the crisis hit. We broke down that red bottom band. Okay. And after a while it found support at the purple bottom band. It rallied and it reversed right almost at the purple top band, but most importantly that red broken support became a resistance, and it basically came down from there. Now what we have here is the black uptrend. We have this blue support rail that held twice at the back test. That was a resistance, was broken, back tested, and this was the second back test. Now the black uptrend, it looks like a bear flag from the looks of it, yes. So if you break this level, that black bottom band, maybe at the open, and if it drops below 3,920, that's going to look very bearish all of a sudden again. And of course the purple downtrend, it will be pushing it further down. We may still see 3,800 in the coming days. If we look at the SPX chart, which is the cash CFD, the golden major bull flag has formed, but to call it a bull flag, it has to be broken to the upside. On the ES continuous chart, we don't see that happening. It's the same channel would be the green one, which has no hits on the top band, just one hit all the way here back in 2022 February. But on the SPX chart, we can see the bull flag has formed right there. But for a major bull flag to happen, it has to break back into the red broken channel, same red channel on the SPX chart. You can see the reversal happened exactly at the purple top band. That's why I'm showing you 2 different charts. Actually, I'm going to show the third one as well. The purple channel has held. You can see the high of Friday was the purple top band test together with the red bull flag, actually bear flag's back test. So from the looks of it, it looks very bearish. Clearly that double resistance held. The 2 supports, which are the blue diagonal support right there, that support, and this blue one. So it basically held and bounced off that level. This golden resistance was broken, which I mentioned in the previous videos. I said if we break to the upside, it's going to come all the way to 3,975, which we did. but then the purple plus red double resistance held and we came down. So are we gonna see a break of this double blue support? Very, very possible. So then it would keep on coming down, at least for a backtest on the golden broken resistance. But we can also see this green support rail, which basically contained the downside so far. But if it breaks this green, I think we're going to come down to 3,750, possibly furthermore, to erase these gains, which would be 3,700. On the other hand, if things change on Monday and Tuesday, we may still break that purple top band, which is now a bull flag, obviously. That is the flag itself, right? This entire thing is becoming the post of the flag, and this is the flag. And if it breaks to the upside, which would be around 3,960-ish, that would change things, and it would change things drastically if it breaks back into the red channel, which is at 4,000. So anything beyond 3,980, 990 would look extremely bullish all of a sudden. So that's why I think what's going to happen at the open, what's going to happen on Monday and Tuesday are going to be very, very crucial. Last chart on the ES. This is the June contract, and the purple channel is very much intact. It's slightly different, but it's still the purple downtrend, which is of course a downtrend. But if it breaks to the upside eventually, I mean, it could come down all the way to the purple bottom band, which of course is 3,750-ish. And if it breaks this purple internal support, and if it breaks this blue support, yeah, 3-touch support there. So if you break 3,925, 920, maybe 910, I think it's going to keep on sliding pretty badly. So we have to be careful about that eventuality. So there is clearly another potential support, which is that red bottom band. So you can see 3 touches on that red top band. If it comes to that red bottom band, I would expect a bounce at least, and then a break to the downside. That would open the way for basically 3,750. So the level for that red bottom band is very, very clear to me. It's actually 2 touches there, 2 touches here on the top. So it is a bear flag inside this downtrend, right? And if this blue support breaks, the level for that red bottom band is 3,900. I think it's going to come down to 3,900. We bounce off that level at the red bottom band, and then if it breaks, then it's short time, really. So all these three charts on S&P 500 are quite meaningful. The golden bull flag, this giant bull flag on Dow Jones, was broken and back tested, rallied high, came back for another back test, it rallied again, but it couldn't break like the others. It couldn't really follow through, and the golden top band, so it's kind of a bull flag, and this is a giant bull flag, and it's like a double story flag. Okay, the golden internal support right there has held. Of course it was kind of damaged, but it managed to hold. If Dow Jones can break this green resistance rail, it could get to that red, maybe even break that to the upside, and that would be of course a bullish signal. On the other hand, if it drops below maybe like this golden support, if it makes new lows, I mean, there is no way this could be ending well. So these levels, the previous lows of 31,400, 31,500, those are the levels that are very critical. If it comes down and breaks everything, then yeah, panic will set in. NASDAQ is an entirely different story, and the reason, I mean, I'm not saying it's bullish, but you can see, well, let's have a look at the long term first. That red uptrend was broken back in Q3 2022, It rallied to backtest a few times here, tried to backtest, and this was the backtest, proper backtest in end of January, beginning of February this year. Then we came down, but you can see that green bull flag that had already 3 touches here, 2-3 touches on the top band, and it was broken. The blue resistance held. You can see 1, 2, 3 touches. It came down and it backtested on the green and it rallied. So this blue resistance, yeah, that 3 touch resistance right there, 1, 2, and 3, it became a major resistance at the 3rd touch, and then it was broken, and that's why we had a major push on NASDAQ. But the main idea was this green bull flag, and you can see it was backtested after the breakout, and we pushed to almost new highs. So are we out of, is NASDAQ out of the woods yet? Obviously not. So that red broken channel and its backtest held, so it still looks bearish. Especially, if it gets all the way to the purple top band, I think it's going to come down one more time. And that level is 13,400 or so, 400, 450 or so. So, but of course, there is also this golden resistance rail that was broken and backtested. So that looked also bullish, but only for a short term. Nothing is finished yet. There is no real bullish wave or a bull flag breakout just yet on NASDAQ. Russell is one of the weakest links. This purple resistance was broken during the COVID, right after the COVID low. You can see it was broken, it rallied, and it basically moved sideways until that, before that blue support was broken. You can see it became a resistance very clearly, came down, it backtested the purple broken resistance, and it tried to backtest it again two more times, but managed to rally. The recent crash has managed to break this red bear flag. You can see here that black bear flag. Okay, and it was broken, and it's still below that black resistance at the moment. Do we have this red downtrend? No, we don't. Actually, it's entirely speculative. But this triangle with four touches at the resistance, at the support level, and 3-4 touches on the top, that looks like of course, again, very bearish. So if this blue support breaks, 1, 2, 3, 4 touches on that, if it breaks, and the level for that is 1732, 1730, let's say. If it breaks, I think we're going to see 1700 fairly quickly, which is going to be the golden support for the 4th touch. So this looks, of course, bearish as well. For it to turn bullish, it has to break at least this blue resistance right there, 1, 2, 3, 4 touches. If it can break that, then we'll see a backtest on the red plus black double resistance, which would be around 1830. So lines at work, lines are all telling something, and the price action has to recognize those lines for us to call them resistance and support lines. That's the first argument for lines trading. This is FTSE. The green major resistance was broken at 7,600. It was broken and it was rallying really nicely. And the red spin-off channel, it was looking extremely well. And the backtest on that blue should have held as support. Well, it didn't. It held for a while, but actually you can see here there was a small bounce, but then it's now broken. Even the blue uptrend, at least the potential uptrend, it looked like its bottom band was holding, but now at the close of Friday, it's basically breaking down. So this also looks very bad. FTSE and DAX were the losers of this game, even though the crisis started in the US. I guess the banks in Europe are very much exposed to that. The blue broken resistance, so this was a sideways action, just like Russell. It was broken, back tested twice right there, and 3 times actually, and then it came to this level. There were some resistance breaks on DAX. I have removed all of those, so this was a resistance break, and that's why we pushed. And the major resistance was the blue one. We broke, back tested, and this is basically the second back test. It's a very deep back test. As you can see, it's trying to break that level. The green channel, which was faked on Friday. Okay, I thought it is breaking it to the upside, but then it faked, it came down. If it tries to break it, and it actually prevails this time, the level for that is 14,900, 14,950 or so. So this red internal support, the blue one, they're all still holding. Well, they're holding on a thread, right? Very, very crucial days, Monday, Tuesday. Well, the market is kind of panicking, but I will tell you something on the forex side when we get there. This is the 30-year treasury bond, and the green channel is a 40-year channel, as you can see here. All right, 1 second. This is the 40-year green uptrend. That is almost perfection. We had a major bounce. It is now trying to break this blue resistance. 1, 2, 3. It's breaking it to the upside. It just made a new low, and it's trying to break this blue resistance. The real test is going to be the red top band, and of course this red channel is a bull flag. So if we get there, maybe another pullback, but then after that, if it can be broken, then I think I think the rates are going to keep crashing, and Federal Reserve is not going to raise the rates anymore. So Federal Reserve follow the bonds rates, not the other way around. First the market forces the rates, and then the policy rate, which is the Fed's rate, follow it. So once bonds start rallying, and they are already rallying, and the interest rates have been falling since end of 2022, basically Q3 2022. And I believe, and I've been saying it for quite some time, that interest rates are going to further drop, because inflation is dropping massively. Yes, the prices are high, and people don't get it when talking about inflation. Inflation is the rate of increase. Yes, the last 1 year we had seen major increases in prices, but that has stopped. So there will be much less inflation and price increase going forward, and it's already dropping. Natural gas has dropped 80%. Oil has dropped. Energy prices are dropping in Europe. And even from my friends who are wholesaler fruits and vegetables, he says there's huge drop on vegetables and fruits and all the other household items. So TLT, which is the Barclays one, very popular bond, and this purple resistance and the blue one are going to be broken at 110. We are at 106. I think the previous free video I made, I marked the black bottom band right there. So this 2 touches, and I said this is the first, or 2 touches there. This third touch is going to be 99, and if it holds, we're going to see a major rally, where here we are from 99 to 109. It rallied 10%. The black top band, or the black channel, is a perfect bull flag, and if it can be broken, which is going to be at 110, it won't stop all the way to 120, 125 level, and that will be also a major bullish signal for bonds. Oil, this is US oil. That black channel was broken and back tested several times, and we had a break of that green bear flag and back test, and it's been dropping since then. The short term, this was the double resistance. That golden bottom band had 2 touches. First touch, this is the second touch, which was coinciding with the blue top band. So I'm going to show you the 4-hourly chart, which is going to be a bit better looking. You can see here right there. This was the third touch on the blue. Yes, slightly damaged, but it managed to hold. That was a double resistance with the gold, and it came down. The golden bottom band was tested 3 times, and I think it will be broken eventually. And it's going to touch that red support 1, 2, 3. It's going to be the 4th touch, and the level for that is going to be 63.50. So we're going to see whether it holds or not. If it holds, I would expect a major rally to start, at least to backtest the green again. And Brent oil is also coming down. The real force is the golden downtrend, and there is another force, which is the blue one. That is an inside downtrend. That is a downtrend inside the golden downtrend. So that's like a 2 downtrends, two touches on the blue top band, the golden channel, and red support was broken and backtested, and it came down hard. I'm going to see a touch on that black bottom band. That is a potential support. The level for that is at 70.50, 70.40. If it gets there and we see a bounce, I think that's going to start a rally, at least to touch that blue top band, which is going to be around 80. But there is a chance to touch that golden bottom band for the 3rd time as well, and that golden bottom band is going to be around 68. So I think the low on oil is not too far, but we have to be very careful where to buy it. Natural gas. So this is the continuous chart, continuous futures chart. The red bear flag was broken, okay, and it rallied a little bit. It didn't really backtest it, and the purple resistance right there, 3 touch, the purple bottom band 2 touches, and it has broken it to the downside. I covered natural gas all week long, actually, telling that this purple resistance held, it came down, and it's going to come down all the way to the purple bottom band. We had a bounce, and the blue resistance is holding, and that's why the purple bottom band is breaking. So the blue support is going to be around 22.75, somewhere there, and we're going to see whether it holds or not. Of course, this could become a major veg, that blue veg. So we're going to see whether it holds, we break back into the purple and break it to the upside. Why is natural gas dropping? This here is the natural gas April contract. That red top band was a potential resistance, and it held exactly right there, and it gapped down major, and it never looked back. And the purple bottom band is broken. Now we're going to see whether that red internal support is going to hold again. And the level for that is, as I said, 22.75, which coincides basically this red support right there, 22.75-ish. Gold, major push, and it's almost at a new high. Let me show you first what happened on a bit more medium term. The golden bottom band, okay, was a potential support, and we had a major bounce off that level. The red bull flag was broken. That is a textbook bull flag that broke out, okay. It was broken right there, which is at 1840. We cleared this blue resistance, diagonal resistance right there, leaving a gap, and moreover it formed the green veg, which was broken to the upside with the panic from Silicon Valley Bank failure. Is it going to test that black top band and reverse, which is 2020-25? That remains to be seen, okay? That remains to be seen. We have to watch out very carefully at the black top band, which is at 2020 or so. But, you know, the break of that, as I've been saying, a wedge and rising wedge is not really entirely bearish until it breaks to the downside. As you can see, it was broken to the upside with a major force. Let's have a look at silver. The green bottom band held, that was very nicely done support, and after the bounce it basically cleared this purple diagonal resistance right there, that resistance, that support. So it was a kind of an opening wedge, yeah, a diverging wedge which was broken. You can see once it breaks, this is what happens. And the blue support, that short-term support right there, 3 touches on that, and the golden broken rectangle right there is going to be back tested, and that's why I think around 23 we may see a top on silver. Do we have another rising resistance right there, that blue one? Well, it's quite steep, but why not? It may get tested, right? That is around 23.10, 23.15, okay, on the futures chart. Platinum, okay, let's have a look. Loads of lines, but bear with me. That red gigantic bull flag has to be broken for a major push to start. That is around $1,080. The blue bull flag was broken, and that was looking good. The golden uptrend is still okay, even though its bottom band was not really tested properly, but it's still okay. The green resistance was broken and back tested. The blue short-term, very short-term resistance, that was broken. It got back tested following a reversal at the purple resistance. That 3-touch resistance has to be broken for platinum to get to that black top band. And the level for that is 1,020.25. If it can break 1,020.25, which would fail, which would invalidate this black bear flag, then I think we're going to push all the way to 1,080, and eventually red bull flag can be broken too. But it remains to be seen. If this black bear flag can be broken to the downside, that's going to look very bearish clearly. So 2 touches on the top, 2 touches on the bottom. That black bear flag, potential bear flag, is at the moment in charge. And last but not least on commodities is copper. Copper basically came down to the green bottom band, and I thought it's going to bounce, and of course the blue support also, that blue broken resistance got back tested right here at 387.83. There was a little gap right here, that 383. This gap was also filled during the recent spike down, okay? That was the 82.50, just below it, and we had the bounce. That red resistance was broken and it got back tested. The real breakout, the major breakout, would be the green bull flag, but before that this black top band has to be broken. You can see the black bottom band has 3 touches, 1, 2, 3. The 2 touches all the way there. Maybe we'll see another pullback and then a break to the upside. Is going to look extremely bullish. That is beyond 395, 396. Then I think it's going to break out of the green as well eventually, and then we break to 450, and it would also, of course, let me show you the long-term chart. That is a gigantic sideways channel from 2011 to 3 touches at the top, 2 touches at the bottom. Can it come all the way down to 200? Yes, it can. I'm not saying it can't. But if the green bull flag, that small bull flag that I showed, well, it's not that small, but it's small in the grand scheme of things. If it can be broken, I think it's going to break back into this golden channel that was broken. You can see that one, it got back tested, deep back tested. It could be broken back in. Then I think it's going to target minimum 450, maybe all the way to the red top band even. So we're going to see. Okay, this is euro. What I wanted to say with this panic is that US dollar is very calm, and that's why it's different. It's quite different. It panicked a little bit right there. US dollar rallied. The blue support held for euro, and we bounced. The golden resistance zone is holding at the moment. The red one is a bull flag, and of course the golden channel is a textbook channel. For the downside, it has to break this blue plus golden. That would open the way for much lower. I mean, it can even break that red bottom band. But if this red bull flag can be broken to the upside, that will change things entirely, obviously. And that would be extremely bullish. And Euro would target 112.50 minimum. Well, 112.50 if this red channel can be broken. Pound sterling is very interesting times. It tried to break back into, so since the break of the golden downtrend, it's been rallying. This red bull flag has formed. We bought here, we already got out at the blue top band. The blue bull flag is breaking to the upside, I reckon. So that is a bull flag inside the red bull flag. And the purple resistance, right, this is a major resistance, support that was broken, and that became a major resistance here. If it can break 123, yeah, if pound breaks 123, it's going to get to that red top band and even break it to the upside, because anything beyond 123 would break into this purple broken downside. So that was a bull flag, but it was broken to the downside. So it's trying to break back in, and if the red top band breaks, that is a 124.50. That is going to be a major bull breakout. To the downside, it has to break that red bottom band, which is at 118. Anything below 118 is going to look very bearish. So price action and lines dictate everything here, and it's quite a clear picture. US dollar, Japanese yen had already broken out of this green downtrend and backtested it. It came for several backtests here. The purple rail may be holding here. The reversal at 137.50 was this golden resistance zone and the blue diagonal resistance, and we had a reversal there. Is it going to go back into the green channel? It can. This spike to the upside may be erased. Okay. On the other hand, if this green support, you can see that green support was tested 3 times. If it holds again and then rallies to break that purple resistance, we may see another big push to the upside. Okay, DXY US dollar index is inside this purple downtrend. It may be forming this bull flag, but it has to get to that red bottom band, maybe test these lows, right, just around 102, and then a rally and break to the upside. But at the moment, US dollar is looking like it is inside this downtrend. Okay, Aussie dollar had broken this blue, that uptrend, and it got back tested. The diagonal green resistance, the purple support, they were all broken, and you can see they were all back tested. And also this golden downtrend is holding. But if it can break this level, that diagonal, like this is a cluster of resistance levels, which is going to be around 67.25, 67.30, that would open the way for much higher for Aussie dollar. On the other hand, of course, if it reverses from here, then we will see more downside. Okay, and Kiwi is slightly different. So right now, okay, let me show you. The green downtrend was broken. The golden uptrend was broken after that. Yeah, this is a break of the golden uptrend, and we bounced off the green support recently. That's not what I'm gonna talk about. First, the red diagonal resistance was broken and back tested, actually almost twice. But what's happening right now is that it is out of this blue bull flag, and it has cleared this purple resistance. And that's why I think Kiwi is looking very bullish at the moment, unless it breaks back into the blue. So there, if you want to buy it, you buy it here, and your stop is going to be 62, but the upside is much higher. So yeah, that is, I mean, not even 62. I mean, this purple resistance is broken. If it comes back and breaks 62.25, that would already be looking very suspicious for the upside. So it shouldn't reverse here and come down. It should keep on rallying from here. Okay. All right. Agriculturals. This is soybeans, which is now breaking major blue support right there, and the red one. So it looks very bearish now. After breaking this golden uptrend and back testing it, and soybeans is coming down hard. This is a gigantic break to the downside. It could come to 1250, to be honest. Coffee is looking cautiously bullish, right? This green downtrend or a bull flag is holding. The blue support held twice, and the purple channel is a bull flag. The golden broken resistance became a support. If it can break that purple top band, which is at 180, then I think we may expect another rally to possibly break that green top band. Okay, wheat is looking not good, obviously, and the reason is this blue long-term support was broken and back tested, and we may get another back test. And of course, this red channel may turn into a bear flag. I think it ultimately aims for the red bottom band, which is at 620 or so. Okay. And of course, this green downtrend is pushing it to the downside. So that is also very, very bearish. Okay, that's it. Let's talk about coins. Okay, I've mentioned about Bitcoin many times, that it has broken this green bull flag, green sideways channel. So initially, look, the initial story, bullish story was this. The black downtrend was broken to the upside. Then FTX scandal came in, but then it recovered, and it now is breaking this bear flag to the upside. Yeah. Since the break of this green resistance, I've been saying it's not the time to short Bitcoin anymore. And the blue broken resistance is going to be back tested. Broken support is going to be back tested. That's the minimum target at 32,000. Ethereum is the same. You can see I gave the 1355 buy, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1355 buy signal right there back in January and targeting 1600, and it came to 1600. It reversed just over 1600, maybe around 1600, that blue resistance, and it came down for a back test on that green at 1370. That 1370, that green broken resistance back test, that's like a criminal coming back to the scene of the crime, and it came and it bounced from 1370, massive bounce, broke that blue resistance, came back down for a back test again, coming back to the crime scene, and it rallies, and the blue resistance is breaking to the upside. Yeah, everything is based on lines, but confirmed lines. Nothing is made up. Okay, the blue support obviously held. Now this wedge is breaking to the upside. A rising wedge is not always bearish. Okay, and Zcash is trying to, it has cleared this green resistance. Let me show you a little bit better. I'm going to delete this one. So the bear flag, the golden bear flag was broken. It reached a new low. That's what bear flags do. Now it's trying to break back into the bear flag, and that would look very bullish, of course. The fact that the blue channel was broken and it got back tested a few times, it has to break out of the red channel for a major rally to start by Zcash. And of course, this golden resistance has to be broken. Litecoin tried to test that black bottom band, okay, and the black channel is a potential bear flag, potential bear flag. If the blue top band holds, we may see a reversal, and it would come down to the golden bottom band, and that would be around 27, 28. But if the blue one gets tested, comes down and then breaks it, that would turn things, of course, very, very bullish again. Doge is off the golden plus green that I mentioned this week, that this level is going to be tested since the break of that red support. It has back tested the red support. There is also this green resistance, overhead potential resistance. So we may see one more downside, but then after that, if it can break to the upside, it could break this giant bull flag. And anything beyond 12 cents would break this blue bull flag, right? Matic has bounced off that blue double support, right? And it's basically aiming for that black top band as a minimum. And Shiba has to break. So let me show you. Once Shiba started coming down, I said this is going to be the double support. That golden 1, 2, 3 touches, actually 4, right? And the red, and we bounced. The golden top band became a resistance. It came down. We broke it, but then this was FTX scandal. It broke back in. It bounced off the green support. The green channel was a bull flag, was broken. Now the blue bull flag is about to be broken. So Shiba has more upside if we break out. I'm not going to cover all of these. The video is already becoming extremely long. But if you have any requests, I would be happy to cover them. All right, guys. Have a good rest of the Sunday. Take care. Bye.